Discussions with Mary Jane.
With Brendan O'Brien, Reena Ezra, and Jordan Freed.
Wow! What a fun time!
Yeah, we got the introduction out first this time. We're getting better.
Yeah.
This is an original group episode.
It is.
Wow, how delightful. The whole gang.
That's right. The whole 3 gang. And guess who's going to be challenged this week? No guesses. It's Reena. We just told you.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, how do you feel?
I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel it's a beautiful day. It was so nice to walk to the office. It's so nice to get into spring. It's so nice to be alive.
Yeah. Also, our feelings today are brought to you by Sean Wickens, who made us some edible brownies.
The brownies are, I think, kicking in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oddly enough, it's already kicking in.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That was very, yeah.
Um,
Didn't take long.
But have you taken some deep breaths? You all stretched and ready to go for your challenge today?
Yes.
Well, today we have a challenge that borders on the spiritual, but it is actually physical.
Okay, I don't
We're
like
gonna
this
have
already.
You, name as many common yoga poses as possible.
Wow. Oh, wow. I did not expect yoga to come out of your
We'll
mouth.
probably have a yoga host on here eventually, so...
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be fun.
I don't want to, give them the yoga one, because they could just name them.
Okay,
all.
Cobra.
Too hard.
Cobra.
Downward dog.
Down.
Wait, I gotta be checking these.
I'm
Yeah,
writing them and you let me
I
know.
can say like sunshine. And you want to tree pose?
Wait, on downward dog.
I wonder if sunshine is a. That should be a
tree
pose. Yeah, I know.
Cobra
I know
and
that's
downward
a
dog.
pose.
Yeah, I'm looking for
Confirm.
Cobra.
I like
It's the one
being
that hasn't been confirmed.
told that I'm right. Table? Cat?
I don't know if table. I feel like it might be a...
Tabletop?
Yes, it's a
How?
Is it cat? Is cat one?
It's a cat pose.
Going off of a list of 30.
Oh, there's got to be more than that.
I
That
know.
surprises me. That's what Google gives you.
No,
Or
I'm
Siri.
that's the 30 basic ones.
Yeah.
Well-
Well, Reena, while Jordan's checking some of
Okay.
the fact checks,
I was gonna ask you a question.
what's your relationship to yoga? Why do you think we chose yoga? And by we, I mean Jordan, because Jordan picked this category.
I don't know, because I sometimes do it. I don't do it religiously, that's for sure. It's not in my routine normally. I definitely use it to stretch a lot before I
Cobra
run.
is one.
All right.
I definitely use it to stretch a lot before I run. And I have a yoga mat, and I've done... Oh, is it because I've done goat yoga? Was that it? Was that an inspiration for you guys? Did that for a company event, which was great. Goats. Goats go on... they just jump on some people's backs. I feel like they were more attracted to the people that smelled like their pet.
You? Was that you?
No, I don't have any pets. I don't have pets. So there's one lady who has a dog, and the goats were all up in her business. They had like little diapers underneath their onesies. They were wearing onesies. It was like polka dotted, colorful.
With the ladies or the goats?
Thank you for clarifying. The goats.
Okay.
The goats. Yeah. So there's people. I think there's also cat yoga. I've never done that, but some people do it in rooms. There's a
Bria's Haven had cat yoga.
yeah, yes,
They
you're
will
right.
have it wherever they moved to in Jersey City.
There's a
Yeah.
YouTube video of Kevin Hart doing yoga with animals, and they did not have diapers on. So, they're going to pee and shit everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but they need to wear... That's not fun.
I would not be able to relax or breathe in.
Well, okay, so the thing is, it's supposed to have people not be worried about if they're doing the pose right, or if they're doing, it's more easygoing and relaxing and be like, hey, ours didn't, they didn't go to the back. They wore a diaper and a onesie. I said that. So ours were like not, it didn't make it messy.
Yeah.
I'm just going to let Jordan make noises.
Now, Goats by Jordan.
Yeah, you guys talk amongst yourselves while I think of some more. But also, how many times have you done yoga, Brendan?
I used to do it a lot because when I was in acting school, it was a part of my movement class. So I had class 2 times a week, and we would start every class with an hour to an hour and a half of yoga, and then we were required to do it as homework also. So for a year, I did it 3 times a week. Every single week at least, and then I left acting school and then have done it probably 5 times total since then.
Warrior pose. Warrior pose.
Warrior.
If you didn't see Reena, you would have seen that she is doing some kind of
How would they see me?
Aquila and the Bee type tactics in order to remember. She's doing some physicalities to win this competition.
Yeah, I'm trying to. That's not cheating. I'm trying to like form the positions to jog my memory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I know. I was just letting people at home who can't see what you're doing right now know how graceful it is and how beautiful and poised it is. I've only done yoga professionally once. I did hot yoga. And by professionally, I mean paid for it.
Hot yoga.
Yeah, it was really bad because like I was smoking a lot of pipe tobacco at the time, so my lungs were probably at the worst my lungs had ever been. And
Is crab one?
I don't know. Is crab one?
Sorry to interject here, but before I forget my thought.
That's the game.
If it's not one, I don't know where that came from, but
yeah, it is.
Crab.
Yeah.
Wait, was cat one, Jordan? Just cat?
Cat pose. Everything ends in pose.
Okay.
Tree pose. Downward.
Cat is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, good. I'm just making sure. All right, Reena, you could say
These
things.
are the whitewash names. These are the official names for them.
Yeah. It's because
Yeah, you're right. I only know. I mean, I know the word namaste, but that's not a pose. I don't know the other lingo.
what's the country of origin of yoga? Does anyone know?
Beats me, but to be honest, I don't think there is only one country because there are different there's Indian influences because a lot of meditation is done in India, also a lot of different Southeast Asian countries. So I don't know, you would have to look that up, whoever has because I can't look anything up. I have no technological
American
devices
yoga.
near me, but they do. Well, it came over here and it was adopted by our culture.
Bhagwan.
And we probably first was on the West Coast, as most things that are like, that are goat yoga and cat yoga, and then
Yeah.
eventually come over to the East Coast because the people who have better weather out and are allowed to smoke weed a lot come up with funky ideas like that.
Yeah, it's true. Do you think it adds to it though, to have like the added, like for both of you guys, like, either like the hot element or like the animal element? Do you think it adds to the experience?
Or the marijuana element.
Or the yeah.
Yes. Doing stoned yoga is very, very nice. I did yoga when we tripped on shrooms. That was very, very pleasant. It's just a sense of calming and tranquility and you being centered in the earth. And also you just like, you feel the grass more, you look at the trees, you feel the breeze. That rhymes.
What about your cheese and the knees?
We didn't have cheese that day. Did we have cheese that day? I can't speak for hot yoga though, because I've never done hot yoga.
What I was getting at was...
Oh, sorry, I totally interrupted
I was
you.
basically on vacation from smoking tobacco out of a pipe because I was visiting someone and was not smoking out of a pipe because it was not in my possession.
Lizard? You're never gonna finish the
So
story.
I think I was withdrawing from not only marijuana that weekend, but I was also withdrawing from tobacco while I was doing hot yoga and drinking a lot. And on antidepressants.
Frog. Also frog. I'm going down the list of amphibians. Tell me if lizard and frog. I'm also not sure if these are poses. But I feel like I've done a pose myself and maybe I named it myself. No, I don't.
Yeah. These are all good.
Lizard and frog.
cool.
Great. What about a headstand?
Yeah, that counts. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But is hot yoga, is it like being in a sauna though, where you like get like your, I don't know what the right terms are, but like you like sweat out your toxins? Is that like something that happens also from doing hot yoga?
Basically, you sweat out your toxins, and that's why it's hot.
Tabletop position?
Yeah, we got that
Oh, we
one
said
already.
that already.
Because you did a table. And
Oh, wait, what is the one where you just hang by your... You just hang your body low.
Yeah.
You're standing in your...
low,
Okay, sorry,
low,
proceed. I interrupted.
Yeah, no, and I think the hot yoga also stretches you out. I think it's also a weight loss technique for some people because they're just like, oh, I'm going to sweat so much. And like, if you do normal yoga, you're probably not going to break a sweat necessarily. And it's all about the practice. Like it'll probably take you like weeks to get it, but then eventually once you get it, if you keep going, then you could just do it forever and you'll be fine. And that's kind of the goal, is to always be able to do the thing over and over again.
Butterfly pose?
Do we have a
Darn it, there are
butterfly
definitely
pose?
some I'm not sure what they're called, but I know the position.
Yeah, but like most yoga teachers, they will say what the pose is when you do them, though, right? Because it's I have not really been to a yoga class before. I don't think.
Oh, really?
Did you ever have any crushes in your yoga classes, Reena?
No, they were all women, and I'm just not attracted to women.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do have
Weird
female
guys,
crushes. I do
like,
have female
flaunting their
crushes.
Package in short shorts.
No, I don't
Loose
know.
underwear.
I think
Balls coming
the.
out the sides.
Okay, thank you.
Jordan just
That's
living has his own fantasy right now.
Yeah, do you want? Is that what you want for your birthday, babe? Your birthday's coming up.
Balls.
A guy in a man bun doing yoga, like.
I mean, if he's got a solid beard, yeah, and he's got some nice pecs. Anyway, I think the
Here,
last.
Let me help you with that.
Okay,
stretch.
was butterfly a pose or not?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Everything you've said so far is a pose for the most part, unless I've rejected it.
So I think
I am white man.
I think the only
Yoga.
I think the only time I've been in a class with males were probably middle school and high school when you had to do yoga in gym class. But then, like, nobody wants to look at that. Oh my
Yeah.
God, just the locker room, right? Everybody, like, not like I was in a boys' locker room, but you can just smell it when they exit it. Just a waft of sweat and Axe body
Axe body spray, yep,
That's
yep.
everybody's experience, because everybody going through middle school, high school, whatever, like, there are kids that just, a little too much.
Do kids still use
I guess they
Axe?
spray a lot in the commercial.
They do, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not around children.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're
And you
up
probably
to.
don't smell them even if you were around them also.
That'd be so creepy.
Yeah, no, the motto of Axe body spray was very much like Axe body spray, more is more, and more is more is more, because it would just cover up all your insecurities if you
Yeah.
smelled a lot like Axe.
Yeah.
And it also attracted women.
Yes, it.
Did that work? Was that effective?
No,
A
it-
marketing ploy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But I'm wondering if that was anyone had that
It attracted
experience?
more dudes who also smell like Axe body spray. That's all you got out of that.
It's like wasps to a light.
Wait, what? You
Bro,
mean
be my
moth?
friend. I
Wasps also go to lights.
Do they?
Okay, moths.
Don't they go to honey?
What were your experiences in gym class growing up? And do you miss it now as an adult?
Just the fun games, which is pretty much what it was then too. Like,
Wait, which games? Which games?
So
what are
like,
you talking about?
so like floor hockey was always like welcomed. Any version of dodgeball was welcome. Mat ball / kickball was welcomed. Sometimes when it got warm
Handball?
out, we didn't really play handball. No, even like wall ball, we didn't really play. Like we would play
Oh,
like
that's
recess, but
sad.
not
Wall ball's
gym.
great.
No, wall ball we play like on our own. We like organized it ourselves, but they never played that in gym class. But I remember the feeling of
I see.
like when it was a gym day, the anticipation of like, oh, I hope today's a fun gym day, and then you get there and it'd be like.
Yeah.
Like the dance day, and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, and probably like we didn't do yoga, but I probably would not.
I
get into yoga.
remember that we had a class for square dancing.
Yeah, they love that.
Yeah. Very useful.
Yeah,
If you ever end up in the West, the Midwest.
yeah.
Did you do a lot of square dancing in?
At least 4 times over the course of my education at Warwick Valley Central School District.
No, I meant if you've ever traveled to the Midwest, did you have to
I
like?
never used it in practice.
Like, oh, I'm never gonna fit into this bar. I gotta quick assimilate.
I did go to one like old-fashioned dancing place in New Orleans once.
Quick, I need Cotton Eye Joe.
And I don't think I was confident enough to dance there. Yeah. I
Do
usually
you think
just
you're-
don't dance if I don't feel confident enough to dance in a place.
So,
Yeah.
on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being terrible, 10 being pretty snazzy, where are you on the dance meter?
Well, what type of dancing? Like drunk dancing at a bar, or like swing dancing, salsa dancing,
Just
musical dancing?
do you think you can dance in general? Just dance.
Do you dance, Jordan? Just answer the damn question. Do you dance?
I'd say I am a 6, but I get deducted points because I don't have confidence. Like if I'm drunk, I could dance, but I don't like dancing in front of people if I'm not drunk.
Do you think you have rhythm? Because I know the answer to that question.
You've never seen me in actual situations where I have to dance there.
Yeah, Jordan can dance
What do you mean?
when Jordan got to
I
dance.
have rhythm sometimes.
Yeah.
I just like you never see me in situations
I've
where
seen
I'm
you
comfortable. I've never done
Drunk
music
at a
with
bar
you.
dancing. Is that not the comfortable situation?
Wow, was I not? in rhythm.
Really,
Dancing.
Jordan dances very well to Poop Diddy Scoop.
That's a classic. It's
Yeah.
a classic.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
It's a great beat, and then you get a great like a piece of comedy right there.
Yeah.
It's art. I don't whatever people say. Okay, I'm gonna go back and do some poses.
I do going off the dance conversation though. I do think that having either a good dance partner, whether that's like a person who you're like doing actual dance moves with, or just someone that you like to dance with and just like making up dance moves, does tribute to the quality of the dance sometimes. Because if you're vibing with your friends and you're all feeling good, I feel like it does sometimes improve the quality of the dance. Do you all agree?
Yeah, I think it is definitely the mood and the night. Some nights have the magic and some nights just don't have the magic.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's the type of thing that you could just force. Like, people will be like, oh, just get up and dance. But you have to feel it.
Yeah.
What about sleep pose? You know the one at the very end, which
I
is
think
the
you're
best out
close.
of the yoga session. You just lay on your back
Yeah,
and you
it's the
just let
best.
your face drop and your hand, everything just like decompress. Let everything go.
Oh, that's my favorite part of yoga. And then like,
Just breathe.
but then you'd find out that it was actually there was like time for another round, and that was just the break in between.
No, we always end with that. In gym class, they dimmed the lights and then they would put on, they had music during the whole yoga session. Like we would have waves, the ocean, the classic stuff,
Yeah.
the wind, or those little chimes.
Do you think there was a stigma against, because you were mentioning before
There's
how
no sleep pose. Rejected.
no sleep.
Okay, laying down pose.
That sounds less right. Maybe. Do you think there's like a stigma against like guys doing yoga? Because like you mentioned how like you like a lot of your classes or like experiences you had with yoga were mostly women.
I think more men over time have done yoga. But again, I've been on the East Coast and in certain school district, I don't know, where like maybe men didn't think it was manly, or the men had to do sports and like the women just didn't. I don't
stretched.
know. It was just more. Also, here's the thing. You go to gym class and you hate it when it's the middle period, right? Breaks up into your day. So after you sweat in gym, you get dressed you switch your clothes from gym clothes to your regular outfit you wore coming into school that day, and you go to class sweaty and gross. It doesn't matter if you put deodorant, your hair's like, I don't know how, like some women are able to pull it off. No, I didn't. I felt disgusting. So I wanted to do the least sweaty activity possible. And sometimes you didn't have you didn't have those choices when you'd show up. Sometimes you had to run the mile. You had to do the sit-ups and the push-ups, and you had to do the whole exam, right? You guys had that exam. You had to run the mile, and you had to.
Oh yeah, I hated the mile.
I would
so
get
much. That was the worst day in gym classes, when the day you had to run the mile for me. That was
when I was in middle school, not to boast because I definitely wouldn't be able to do it anymore. I did get, I think, 6 minutes on a mile.
That's
for
good.
running.
Wow, that's really good.
What?
I think I only
What?
did that throughout middle school. I don't know if I don't think I kept that up in high school. Because then I got lazy, and then just more exhausted. I don't know. Maybe my body was just, developing.
Yeah.
But what was the other thing I was gonna say? Oh yeah. So then they would give you those like gym awards or certificates, or like something if you were like ranked from like here, whatever. And yeah.
Well, they would give
George
you that.
Bush Presidential Fitness Award.
To sign.
Discipline.
Yo, that's
Signed by
right.
George.
The George. I do remember the George Bush presidential.
Oh, I thought you were joking.
No,
He was our president.
Yeah, the Presidential Fitness Award. That was a real thing, and it was like bestowed upon you by the president.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Same way our good president Donald Trump gave us those last stimulus checks. Still have not received my Joseph Biden checks. I've only received checks signed by Donald Trump.
So I'm gonna just shift gears for a second.
Wait, sorry, but
sorry,
I know you
go
said
ahead.
we're gonna
I have
shift
a
gears, but
question.
real
Yeah.
quick, because I get the direct deposit for the stimulus check, but if you get like a paper check, does the president actually have their signature on it?
This is correct. You get a signed copy of Donald Trump's signature. I am keeping it so that I can one day sell it and send my kids off
Yeah,
to
but is it like-
college
is it
with
like a-
signed Donald J. Trump's?
Is it like a printed?
Hancock.
Is it a printed e-signature,
Trump.
or is it actual ink?
he touched it. I can smell his man musk.
Right, whatever.
His man musk radiating.
Sell
off
that
of
for
it.
an
Sell
NFT.
KFC.
Yeah.
Sell it for an NFT and put whatever.
Yeah.
My direction I just wanted to shift to, because you were talking about yoga classes and the ratio between men and women. What have you seen changed for courses that like more women are in, more men are in, more just general, but like something that was different when you were in high school as opposed to classes in college?
So I would say, I don't go to the gym very often, if at all. But I will say that like I remember that in high school there was 3 different gyms you were allowed to take. There was dance, there was regular gym, and there was weightlifting. And generally it was like only women, and like they didn't say like this is not the way it had to be, but like generally it was like only the girls took dance and only guys took weightlifting for the most part.
Really?
And then if you want, and then there was the middle was gym class. But yeah, so like, there's probably like more women that do weightlifting now. I don't know. At least that's how it was in my high school.
So besides gym though,
yeah,
like, because I'm saying like, I mean, you know, going to New Jersey Institute of Technology, there were not a lot of women in like certain engineering courses. Definitely more and more that were going into IT. But for like statistics, not statistics per se, but like math and science courses, I think there are more women definitely now than they were back then. Like in the 70s, when my dad went to the university, it was just known as the Engineering School of New Jersey. And as you can imagine, like obviously it was a majority men. So, I mean, it's just a nice change to see over time. But yes, Jordan.
I was the only man in my journalism class.
Really?
In high school. Yeah. Like 1 year my friend Lucas was in my journalism class.
Why do you think that is?
Or he was in my class 2 years, but then the other year I think I was the only guy. I think it is because I don't know.
Boys don't write.
I don't know why it's been feminized. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was because there was a woman teacher. I think like in general, a lot of guys in the school did communications more so.
You made me think of something. Do
pose?
you remember when you were growing up in Warwick, Brendan and Jordan?
Nope.
If you,
Don't know this.
if you in school, did you have majority female teachers? Or you also had male? Like, do you remember? I remember when I was in Jefferson School in Lyndhurst, New Jersey, the first time there was a male teacher in the school. The first time I had a male teacher as well, because always used to just seeing women. So, and I remember it definitely like struck. I'm like, oh, whoa, this is new. I'm like, this is. It struck me as unusual. I don't know. It was just like, it made me definitely also a little bit nervous because first thing that popped into my head was like, he's attractive. And I was like, oh no. And like, as a little girl, you're just like, oh man, crushing on my teacher. Like, that's not new. Other people have done that. But the other thing was, I don't know, like it was for me personally easier to communicate. I think I was shyer around adult men or even boys in general in my class, so it was like easier to communicate to women. But yes, you can take
with the exception of gym class, I did not have a male teacher until I think the 7th grade.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I remember even when I was in elementary school, there was I think one male teacher. It was Mr. P, and God knows what his real last name was. Mr. P, but he was Mr. P in my brain, in my P brain. And then I remember I got to even middle school there was at one point a band teacher who was a guy, and then high school there definitely was more male teachers, but like elementary and middle school it was very, very little if any male teachers.
Jordan?
Well, as the son of a male teacher,
I
definitely had not that many male teachers, for sure. It was very small. I had a 2nd grade teacher who was a man, and the rumor was that he always flipped a shit and like would throw chairs and like also picked his nose and shit, and those were like the rumors about him. But like he was a good person. Like he wrote.
What a weird comment.
No, but he was a very classic like Warwick person. Like, he was the guy who was known for losing his temper.
Were any of these rumors proven true?
Yeah, well, like, if kids said they have been, they must have had them. All the people who you think slept with kids, like, usually slept with kids. Like, that shit's usually not fake. Like...
But that's very different than picking your nose and throwing chairs.
Yeah, it is very different. Yeah. But it's also a second grade rumor versus a high school rumor also.
Yeah, Wait. Deconstruct that. What do you mean? What's the difference between a second grade rumor and a high school rumor?
Nobody was saying in my school district that people were being touched by, like, teachers.
Oh,
in second grade.
You were talking about the sexual abuse.
Like,
okay, I thought you were talking about rumors in general.
High schoolers getting involved with teachers. They were still children.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead, Brendan.
No, there was a teacher who her name, I don't even know what her actual name was because everyone called her Marker Lady, because one day there was a kid who was acting up, and out of just like a reflex rage, she threw a marker, hit him in the forehead, and like continued teaching there, but she was known as Marker Lady from there on out.
You know, teachers used to do that stuff back then. Yeah. They were able to do it, and like you said, the class would continue. The day would move on, and nobody, like, obviously very different than what teachers can be penalized for so much now, and are really under a magnifying glass.
One of my Spanish teachers from middle school was a man, and he is super into QAnon and super into conspiracies, because I'm friends with him on Facebook and Instagram and shit. And like, oh my god, like, the shit that he was trying to message me and, like, get me to be on board with these conspiracies, like,
really,
when I used to be, like, more politically, like, posting, when I tried to, like, convince people to not like Trump, thinking that I could actually have an impact on people not liking Trump. But, like, he was just like, you don't understand that Hillary's just like everyone else. And it's just like, yes, I understand, like, I don't want Hillary. And he's just like, yeah, but you're just a sheeple like everyone else. Like, you're just one of those sheeple. Yeah, this is legit, like, a teacher who's allowed to, like, take students abroad and shit like that.
Wow.
Like, he just believes in QAnon, believes Sandy Hook didn't happen. Like, he's a teacher in a middle school. Like, shit's crazy. He's just, like, he's racist against Mexicans, but he teaches people Spanish.
Wow.
Wait, what? Wait, what is he a white guy?
Hey, the people love the language.
Jesus.
Yeah.
How much Spanish did you retain?
Spanish. It's the language of Spain.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think that's, like, definitely something that I wish I could remember more specific details about my education, because, like, obviously, like, when you're young, you don't account for the bias that your teacher might have. But I have a friend who she was telling me a story about how she, like, came home when she was in middle school, I think, from a class, and was talking to her parents about how climate change is not real, and they're like, "Where'd you hear this?" And her teacher was teaching her that, and that was like a lesson where it was like, they were like, "Oh, just so you know, like, they're like your teachers know a lot of things. They're gonna teach you things, but you have to be aware that, like, not everything your teachers teach you is actually right."
Yes. There. That was definitely a learning experience when my older brother and my sister and I, like, you know, were going throughout the high school. As we got older, like, you're starting to write essays or something that would challenge your teacher's opinion or perspective or something, whatever stuff that on, like, historical stuff, you would, you know, put your work side, you'd back it up, you'd have your resources, whatever, but you would get a lower grade if you
explain to our viewers or our listeners more, like, what you mean by this, because, like, people who don't know you don't know what you mean.
I don't want to say specifics. Well, I don't know. They probably don't work there anymore.
You had very revolutionary ideals that were put into you guys, right?
Oh, yeah, well, you do. Well,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm saying.
Why would you guys have interesting views?
We just had a different perspective on history, yes, because of our dad fleeing Iran and being a revolutionary, and then having very different ideals when he came to America. I mean, he was somebody who was like is somewhat of an act. I mean, he was reckless, but he definitely fought a lot against the government. He thought a lot of things were covered up. I mean, it's just a real thing, though, that you would hear him talk about stuff when you're younger, and then you get older and you're like, oh my God, everything he said was true. Yeah. You're like, this is, you, as he likes to put it, come to the age of reason, but you do recognize things, and you're like, this is the cycle repeating. It's like, wow, like, stuff Dad was talking about. I understand his viewpoint. I understand, like, where, you know, everything now with social media where everyone's vocalizing their opinions and everybody is telling their truths and everything. I don't know, more and more dirty shit is coming out about leaders, the government, which is not new, you know, has happened. He was around during the Nixon administration, and there was, you know, people going into Vietnam when, you know, they shouldn't have been there. Like all these political things. And, you know, more than that, those are usually the two examples I go to, I guess, because they're the biggest that stick out of my head. But, just made, a major difference where you just start to learn. And let me backpedal for a second. It definitely it becomes different when you go to college, when you're at a university and you do meet those professors who encourage you to question, who encourage you to you dig up your own research, or like if you're really involved or like you want to know more about this or whatever. I feel like in the high school system, you were definitely forced to be in one direction or to look at one thing. They were definitely political science and history teachers who would try and bestow I don't know if that's the right term, but bestow upon you like their point of views in politics, who you know they think you should vote for, essentially what party you should be a part of, this as far as like right and wrong, instead of you having your own beliefs or coming to your own terms. It was brainwashing. Like as we know, many educational institutions are
Also,
a lot of whitewashing history.
It's very World War II centric also. Like history revolves around World War II because that was the last war that America was quote unquote successful in. Yeah. And like a lot of like my dad's dad served in World War II. And it's just like my dad's view of history is defined by having somebody who's like, I served and I was fighting Nazis and I was doing this and like we were attacked first and yada yada, and like that's their perspective on history as opposed to now also. And like if you didn't serve during that time or come from people who served, which like definitely is the divide in America in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I do want to just quick plug this because my bestie, shout out to Phoebe, my awesomest friend in the world. Sorry, you guys, she's just better than.
No, she's my awesomest friend also too.
Besides Vita, no,
go Phoebe, go.
But just because something you brought up, Jordan, everybody check out, because again, we like right now we are in the midst of a lot of hate crimes towards Asian communities. But if you like, please just if you don't know a lot about the history, again, nothing new, where Europeans or, you know, colonialism and people trying to, or immigrant stories, like people trying to come to America and us trying to just make people disappear is sometimes how I think about it. I'm just like, wow, you don't want it to be a melting pot. Like people being mistreated and discrimination and all that jazz. But there's a PBS documentary, one based off of like loyalty, one based off of specific stories on different Asian families who have gone through certain things when it was, I believe, World War I, World War II, when they were immigrating to the United States of America. Just look up documentaries on PBS. We'll put it maybe in the description of this podcast when I remember the specific titles of them, but you can just search it on there. But just wanted to plug that because it was a really, really great resource, and just bouncing off of what Jordan was saying.
Yeah, and we're definitely having a lot of retrospective on the history we were taught also. So that definitely like, and it's like across like a lot of races and like a lot of just the ways that like people of different genders and like different sexual orientations were treated. That was like, because like, and like also like I think. Going to the point of like the like lack of diversity of teachers, like I didn't have a teacher who was a person of color until like I had like a Puerto Rican music teacher in high school, and then I did not have like a black teacher until I was in college, and like most of the teachers were just like white teachers, you know, and that was just and like you just can't help it. There's going to be a skewed perspective just even from like that alone, that you're not getting a diverse like version of experience from a diverse group of people in your education.
I think that's also, for me personally, the drive to leave Maui or move to a different town community that definitely had more diversity, you know? That's just younger kids and adult, everybody should definitely be in an environment where there are a lot of differences. There are a lot of different unique individuals because it's nice, because it is reflective, because that's what America is. It's all of it. It's the good, bad, the charming, the beautiful, and a little bit of ugly. I don't mean people, I mean situations.
Everyone is beautiful, no matter what they say.
At the same time. Well, like Jen says, our great individual, a great friend who's in the writer's room for a sketch show, call everybody ugly. It's a superstition. Don't say everyone's Thailand superstition.
Yeah.
Also, you reminded me, Jordan, when you were talking about your Spanish teacher, it reminded me of how oblivious. I had in 8th grade, a really old Spanish teacher, and we were on the first floors, the classroom, and there was a courtyard, a little small thing where people go eat lunch or whatever next to the classroom. And during class, like, she would be running a board, like, so old she would never pay attention, where a kid would go in and out, like, go open the window and exit the classroom and come back. And she didn't even notice. She completely missed it. And another one that I remembered when we were talking about things that teachers would not be able to get away with today. And again, similar to yours, Brendan, I still don't know the name of the substitute teacher, but she was the substitute teacher, like the go-to substitute teacher. Like, anytime Jeff in school, when somebody was out, she was always there, always there. And we called her Mrs. Fowl. From Jimmy Neutron, because she sounded just like this. She sounded just like that, and she looked so similar. So one day in 4th grade, I was in the front of the classroom, kind of dozing off, not paying attention, because it was boring. But she was reading a passage from this novel. And then she goes, Reena! Or no, she wouldn't say anyone. She didn't. I probably told this story, but people who heard the podcast haven't heard this. Or who are listening. But she wouldn't call anyone by their names. She would always say, young lady, young man. And then one kid that was new to the class, but has been there for quite a few months already, would only call him new kid. Like, new kid, young lady. So I was dozing off, and she's like, young lady, and like yells. And so everybody's like now paying attention in the classroom to me being embarrassed and ashamed. And she's like, if you can't stay awake for this session, you have to come here and sit on my lap.
Yo, that was the thing. Like, I had teachers who would also threaten with that. What a weird threat.
Okay, but here's the thing. I did it. I don't know what I think about it, and I'm like, Reena, what the fuck? Why did you, like, I think about my younger self, and I'm like, really? You didn't say no. You just went and did it? Like, you felt like that's something you had to do, and it wasn't a threat. She said, like, if you do that again, blah, whatever, and then I wasn't paying attention, like, didn't pay attention when she continued reading. So then she made me sit on her lap, and I sat on her lap while she finished the rest of the passage until the class ended. And if I had a daughter who came home and told me that, A, I would laugh hysterically. Yeah. B, make sure they were not touched inappropriately. Like, I would be then serious and be like, wait, but you weren't, like, I know this wasn't definitely in your bubble. This is a total interference of private space. But, like, are you okay? Is everything cool? And then I'd be like, hey, sweetheart, this is what happened to me. Also, I'd be surprised that, like, a teacher would still do that. But also 4th grade, I was 9. Can you imagine a 9-year-old now who, like, watches TikTok, has his own cell phone, probably has his own bank account, and, like, uses Twitter or some shit, who has a mind of his own? Very, very different. But I wasn't that person. But anyway, that's just crazy shit.
Jordan, you ever have to sit on a teacher's lap or for misbehaving or not paying attention?
No, I was relatively good.
Yeah, no, I was
good
too.
Good for you. I was good. I wasn't a bad student.
When I was in 4th grade, I made a very inappropriate joke. And that was like
Wait,
the height,
what was
I think,
it?
of any getting in trouble.
What was it?
It was also the beginning of your comedy career.
Say it.
Just like, I found my mom's hair in my bed, I think, and I just made a joke about I have tons of women in my bed. Not even knowing what it meant.
Wait, how old?
I didn't even know what sex was.
How old were you?
I was in 4th grade. And like, I just remember my 4th grade teacher, Mrs. O'Connor, just being like, Jordan, that is terrible. Like, you can't say that. And then I was like kind of ashamed, but then I was also like, I guess I'm a comedian now.
Wait, what were you thinking of what were you thinking of when you said that,
I just
though?
knew that, like, very cool men usually had lots of women. Like, I didn't know what they did with women in their beds. Like, I just knew that, like...
They just rub their hair on it.
Were there specific role models where you're like, oh, wow, this celebrity must have so many
he's
women?
a ladies' man. No, it's just, like, legit, like, you're a ladies' man. Like, I don't know. Like, that was it. Like, just...
Did other girls in your class hear you say this? And they're like, Jordan!
Like, there's probably, like, John Wenzel. My bad, not John Wenzel.
That's a different person. It's a very different person.
But John Wenzel might remember.
Where are you, John?
I don't know where he is right now.
Confirm this story.
But he would be somebody who would remember, but otherwise nobody would probably remember.
Attest to
he
this.
Went to Burke, I think, for high school. But, like, I see him around Warwick sometimes.
Ooh. Another thing. Oh, sorry. Was there anything else you wanted to add, Jordan?
No, I think that was basically it.
Okay. Another thing that I just wanted to say. I'm just going to put this question out there. Whoever wants to. Don Bosco. Where we're getting stuff in the news, which comes to no surprise to me because I feel like that was a rumor. Don Bosco and Mao High School, they're rivals. And I feel like that was a rumor that everybody just kind of knew that it was full of bad boys. And by bad, I mean sexually abusive. And there was a kid who went to Don Bosco, but then transferred to our high school. And I didn't like him.
Yeah, there definitely was a like I don't know if like we like wouldn't be able to vocalize like the like being sexually aggressive or like sexual assault or anything like that in high school. He's like, no, I couldn't like verbalize that. I can barely verbalize it right now. I'm 28. But there definitely was a sense that because we also would have kids who would go to Don Bosco and like we knew people who went to Don Bosco just because it was like a thing where if you were a guy and you were like pretty good at sports and you were maybe slightly Catholic and your parents had some money, they would send you to Don Bosco for like a quote better education or a better chance to succeed.
But I think thing. Like Warwick's best athletes were sent away from Warwick to Don Bosco where you were living.
Yes, that was So the other thing though, I think if you can check me on this, Jordan, on the article.
I don't check anything else. Everything else is comedic. The competition is the only thing that's fast.
The article I think was also talking about priests in the school who were sexually abusing students. That was the big thing that it's a bad culture. It's also frightening to, if you're a parent and you have a kid in that kind of environment or in that school, even if they're not directly affected, it gives me the creeps.
It's the culture. The culture is like has like been in place there for a while, and it seems like it's being revealed what was going on there.
Festers.
Are they? Do you know? Is it all male teachers on their teaching staff, or do you know?
I was gonna say I assume so, but I don't know if that has changed over time.
Yeah, because that's the thing with religious, specifically Catholic schools, is this thing of keeping the men, the women separate, and keeping and that's always seemed like a little bit weird. And like my dad went to a Catholic all boys school, and like usually there's like a sister school, and then there's like this like it's a big event to have like dances or things happen where there's a crossover because like it's like the first time that any of these boys and girls are exposed to the opposite sex, basically.
Yeah, gosh, man, how men would pick up women like back in the day, so different from now. Yet some similarities. Some similarities. Some similarities, but like would you be down being in the 50s, the 1950s, and dating? Like, what decade would be your go-to for dating?
Fuck No.
I like now. I really do like I definitely went through periods of growing up where I was like, oh, I wish I like grew up at this time or this time, and like it would have been cool to be around them. But like I don't know. I know that there's a lot of people who are like, oh, the culture we live in now, you have to be careful about everything. You have to like ask for permission. You can't flirt. It's like I don't really buy that, honestly. I think that it's just it forces you to be more aware. I feel like the interactions that I have now with women, just because of where the culture's at, is much more level playing field, whereas like I feel like back before it was definitely slightly skewed, and there was like a weird there's a weird culture to different time period, and like it still happens now, but I do think it gets better as time goes on, though, for the most part.
Superman pose, is that a pose?
Is it? It's also a roller coaster.
Superman, that pose.
Oh,
for you.
Coasters.
Barely even know her.
You're a fan of amusement parks, roller coasters, right, Brendan?
I love roller coasters.
Jordan, you are not.
I hate roller coasters.
Why?
There is no reason for it.
You have a heart condition?
No, I don't have fun with them. I'd rather just eat more food. I just like eating the food and playing the games.
Oh my god, you're
why
one of
put
those.
yourself in danger when you could play games of chance, eat fatty foods?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I do think the eating food and playing games part is also fun. It's that it kind of is irrational, but I like the weird feeling
the thrill.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I like, because even though I'm strapped in, even though it's a trusted amusement park most of the time, it's like. And so that kind of gives me enough sense of peace where I don't die of a heart attack on the way down. But there is always a part of me that's like, what if I die now? And I can, as I'm going up and ascending, I can visualize the car going off the tracks and flying off into the distance, and a part of that is the enjoyment because I survive it.
Is it because you watch Final Destination?
Yo, no, that messed me up. That Final Destination ruined planes, roller coasters.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, all of them were solid.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed them.
They're all, for the most part, they're all, even the one that's 3D.
I haven't seen them in a while, but
yeah, no, that you'll at least get what you want out of those movies, but. I understand why roller coasters are not for everyone.
How funny would it be if Final Destination was just changed to a GBS film, like a movie? Someone just follows directions on their GPS and they get to the Final Destination.
It's probably more likely that a Final Destination would happen now.
Final Destination is on your right.
Yeah, and then people will be like, all right, whatever. Oh, I get it.
All right, cool, and then they die.
Yeah.
What was the other thing I was gonna say? What are the wildest amusement parks you've been to? Have you been to Busch Gardens?
No, I've not. So I've been to Hershey Park. I've been to Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey. I've been to Dorney Park a bunch of times.
Classic.
I have gone to Busch before.
Busch is good, right? Busch is a good one.
Oh, so good. They have sister parks as well. I believe one in Florida. I went to one in Virginia. Amazing,
really
very inventive.
And not go on the rides and watch the rides.
Doesn't make sense. They're so amazing though. They're so creative, and nobody dies. Everyone's fine.
Yeah, not unless you go to Ride Playland. Ride Playland's the.
What about Disneyland, Disney World, Universal?
I went to Universal. So I've only been to Disney once. It was my senior class
Which
trip.
Disney?
We went to Magic Kingdom / Downtown Disney. We went to Universal.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say Downtown Disney.
Yeah, that was like one of the days was dedicated. Like the first night you get there, we just go to Downtown Disney.
That's so great.
Yeah, and we just I don't know, you just buy Mickey Mouse stuff basically.
Yo, Disney really upping their game with their Star Wars Galactica or Canteen that they're trying to make, the hotel whatever that you stay at with holograms, things that they're patenting, new inventions.
Can't wait to have
another level. Yo, also another shout out to Phoebe. Like Feeny. Someone has pronounced her name as Phoe before. Stupid.
I guess if
ridiculous.
you
never
right
see.
Yeah.
Well, you know how to actually pronounce it. Anyway,
a phobia.
There is in Japan a Super Mario Park. I guess that's what you call it. Yeah, Super Mario themed games. You'd have this wristband and you can jump up and the question box, whatever it's called, a little ding, and you'll get stuff. And then you run. It's an entire thing. That's right, baby. After this podcast, I will send you whoever wants. Whoever
you're
wants
gonna send me there?
I'll send.
Yo, I would love to go there. Take me there now.
I'll send you. I mean, I think it is open and active. They have the COVID restrictions. It is running. Oh shoot, what was I gonna say? Also Mario Kart. super
could play-
augmented reality Mario Kart.
What?
Yes, that's right. That's
Why
right.
is that not in
folks.
America?
I will send you the videos.
Why is that?
Just
would make
contact Phoebe.
That would make so much money, Phoebe. Why is that not here? Phoebe, bring me Mario Kart.
Because Japan is more advanced than
For
us.
$100, you could get a Mario mustache ride.
Also, that's.
What?
Did you just look?
Was that a
at
dirty
me? Just
thing?
faking it.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
dirty.
Okay.
Also, Japan is the origin. That's where
Yeah, right.
Nintendo games came from, or
origin of
the
Italian
Mario.
people is Japan.
Yeah. That is the Italian image in Japan.
So, did someone just think they're Italian, or like when they would like? I know how like when
To
they
me,
say
Mario.
stuff. Yeah, I know, but is that like? Okay, I guess you're right. I guess for sure they on purpose
all
they were
World
making
War
them
II
Italian.
allies.
Yeah.
Italy and Japan.
Yeah.
They made Mario
Mussolini.
Mario Kart in Mussolini's honor.
Entertainment is propaganda. Like none of it is just honest.
You know, now that I think about it, Mario looks a lot like Mao. No, I'm just kidding. That's China. That's wrong. That was a bad joke.
Luigi.
I can think of more poses. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
get some poses. Let's get some poses.
What's this one?
You poser.
At this time.
Sunset? Is that one?
I think you're
Sun,
close.
Yeah.
Something with sun.
Count it.
Wait,
Count it.
wait, is it? I feel like it's longer than that.
Sunset salutations.
Yeah.
Sunset salutations. But what is this one?
I think, isn't that Warrior?
No, I said warrior already.
Wasn't
This
that
one
Warrior?
is warrior.
People have no idea. We're arguing about a thing they can't even see.
Yeah, but you can.
What do you guys
see-
think? Was that Warrior or was it not Warrior?
Thumbs up, thumbs down. You can see what pose I'm doing.
Yeah, but maybe I can pretend like I'm a listener. I'm listening to the podcast now also, so I can't see what you're doing, Reena.
Breathe over the podcast. This would be a great time for a commercial break from
Yeah, plug some
capitalism.
Yeah. Yo, guys, we've got, obviously you're listening to Sessions with Mary Jane, so keep listening to every episode after that. And you know what? Some of the best episodes are on our Patreon, and the Patreon is so cheap. It's only $5, and you get to hear from people like Tim Witherspoon Jr. and other great guests. We have so many great guests lined up. We have stars coming on the podcast.
Star pose.
We'll look it up.
And also, while we're looking it up, you know, guys, we need the news. We need to find out what's happening, what's current, what's the thing, the best part of waking up. It's morning shower in your cup.
Star Pose is accurate.
Ding, ding. So watch the morning shower every weekday
Hey,
and hear us.
also, $5 a month seems like not that much money to you. You scoff at that and you're just like, ha ha ha.
Scoff, scoff.
$5, I have that laying around. Ha ha ha. Well, what if you have $10 a month? Would you like to support our film endeavors? You could go watch our new short film, Knock, which we worked really hard on, and it actually is really funny. People really like it. We think that might actually get into some festivals.
Great cast.
So if you'd like to be on the initial wave of a Jordan Freed Late Night Hump LNH Studios film with the very funny Reena Ezra, produced by Brendan O'Brien, check it out and go on patreon.com/Late Night Hump. That is patreon.com/Late Night Hump, and tell your friends. Come on, if you have some rich friends, tell them to support us. What are you waiting for? Come on, we want to make this thing work. Billionaire, trillionaire, gazillionaire,
Willionaire.
Now that he got his energy out, thanks for tuning in case you skipped the 5 seconds of promo drop. Python pose? Is that one?
Jordan is Python.
You have to confirm that. Poseidon.
Wait,
I don't know.
wait, is that real? Poseidon?
No, but that, I mean, I don't know. Check it.
There's only one that you
Check it. I don't get points deducted. Wait, there's one I haven't said that you're thinking of?
Yeah.
There's no Python pose. Okay, what was the other one?
Oh no.
Oh,
I
no
don't think
Python.
Poseidon pose isn't a pose.
And Poseidon is also
you can check
not
that, but
real.
that's probably not real.
Yeah. There's one that you haven't named that I know. I think that's the only one that I have left that I don't know.
You do know.
I do know. I don't know what I know, but I do know this.
What about forward fold?
Do we have a forward fold? Like forward of a book, or forward like the opposite of reverse? Forward.
Forward fold counts.
Ding ding.
Yes.
Rhea, do you want your score now or no?
You cannot give her score until we are done, and
Yeah.
the PA has tabulated it and made sure everything that I judged as accurate was actually accurate.
It's true.
Perhaps I am the production assistant because I have 10 years of experience being a production assistant.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be the big twist is that Jerry was
Teen
the PA.
dog?
That's how you know you're a good production assistant, if you spend 10 years doing it.
I think Peeing Dog is close, but I'm gonna say it's probably no cigar. Also, cigar is also not one.
Cigar pose, where you stand straight up and you slowly get smaller as people smoke your butt.
Smoke your butt.
What is
Rhea, do you have any yoga teachers that you remember ever having teach you yoga? Or do you know how you taught yoga? Or
I don't remember
was taught?
names.
Of any? Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, you
remember
you got
faces.
names of poses, though. That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
people. I'm not really the best at names of people.
Yeah.
For people.
Yeah.
Like, who are you? No.
Are you feeling good about your list so far, Reena?
I mean, I do. I do feel really
You're
good.
doing good.
I am hoping I get more. So you guys can move on to the next topic that moves you, that you're feeling
Well,
strongly about.
We don't have a lot left, but we don't have a lot of time left.
Oh my gosh.
We could go 3
Okay.
hours if we want to.
No,
but,
no,
like,
I don't-
we're getting at an hour for the episode.
Okay. Well, no. So I'll just.
But like, it's not over yet. I was just gonna come up with another topic that I had. I was gonna say, I hate the gym, but like when I was in college, my gym had a lot of like fancy things in it, like a steam room.
Airplane. It had a sea room.
Steam room.
Oh, steam. Yeah, see, we never had a steam
Yeah,
room.
no, we did not.
Dude, we didn't even have showers. They took away showers in middle school. I think
Uh-oh.
because it was making people uncomfortable.
Well, I was talking about college gym.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and in
I did
college, the 2-lane gym was used by like Mark Wahlberg when he was in town for films.
Really? That's
and,
cool.
like Will Ferrell would come in there, like whatever film they were working on, they would go work out there.
The other guys.
Wait, yeah, I was just about to ask, is that for the other
It
guys?
was not for the other guys, unless there was the other guys too. The other one.
The other guys.
The other guys too. The other film.
Yeah. No, we had showers in all my like school, probably like middle school and high school, but no one used the showers. Like if anyone did, they were definitely considered a
You're
weirdo.
you were using the
Yeah, it was just like shower at your house, bro. That's what they said to me anyway. Wait, was airplane?
Prayer pose.
Yep.
Prayer. It's like a prayer.
She's just on her knees right now on our gross ass office floor. JK, I clean the office floor. I
Yeah,
clean
Jordan
the
keeps it
office
very
floor.
clean. Jordan keeps it
But
clean.
there's one client I have who refuses to take off his shoes, and he steps in dog shit every day.
I think there's someone who starts their day by stepping
He
in
also
dog shit.
pisses on himself because
Wait, wait, was peeing? No, you didn't. Was peeing dog one? Did I ever-
peeing dog definitely is not one.
Yeah, especially for the peeing dog. Sorry, peeing dogs out there. We know that.
Actually,
Fire
it
hydrant.
is.
Fire hydrant.
Wait, is it? Is peeing dog
Fire
what?
hydrant.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Fire hydrant. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you sound confident, Reena.
I don't know. I think it's just the edible. It makes it confident.
Fire hydrant pose is a pose.
Woo! Oh, that's
Wow.
literally the one I was doing.
Oh my gosh,
So
it's as if I
just-
picked a good category for you. Wow.
you did.
Do I know you?
This is the
Wow.
this is the one I'm probably gonna get the highest points in. So if I have fans out there who are rooting for me, thanks for hanging on.
Yeah.
If you're not my fan, but you're hopping over that fence, I'll catch you.
Yo, you're 2 away from tying Jose Velez for his list that he got when he was on here. So
So he
he got a bunch.
20,
He got a bunch. I'm not gonna say how many,
30, 25,
but he got a bunch.
30. No, I gotta be Bert. Bert got 45
I know.
musicals. Why
Bert-
did we give him that category?
Bert's
It
the
was too
bar.
easy.
I know. Well, but Bert like also didn't say a lot of them. There's a lot of things that he didn't get, but he just got like a lot of like weird niche, like
Yeah, he did.
unusual
He didn't even say
ones.
Hamilton.
Yeah, his first one was like Showboat or something. But that's okay because Bert's method worked because he's the winner so far.
What about a plie? I know that's a ballet move, but
Yeah, sounds like you know that's not right, Reena. Wait,
you gotta look it up.
wait, what's Pilates? Like, what's the like the are they
What
close?
am I looking at?
Plie pose. That's ballet, but I don't know if that's yoga. The difference, I don't know the exact definition, but yoga is more stretching And Pilates is definitely more activating certain parts of your body, your upper body, your triceps, your back. Like it could be your midsection, it could be your leg. It's definitely more active and strength oriented. That's the best explanation I can give. Some people who know exactly what the difference are or know Pilates are probably just shaking their head and they're like, Reena.
We're not on here to be experts. We're out here to say our thoughts.
What are pilates?
Pilate.
What was that?
No, that counts. It does not count.
You just said it counts.
It does not count. Let the record show it does not count.
Can you look up what the definition of Pilates is? Thanks.
Yeah.
Then read it to the folks at home.
We don't look up definitions.
We should check our own things. Also find out if Don Bosco has only male teachers. No, we could pass that.
Wait,
what's the definition of a Pilates?
I
don't know. Why are we looking at Pilates?
Wait,
it doesn't give you the definition of Pilates.
It's a person on a boat who steals doubloons. Next question.
Okay, here. So Reena's getting mad at me because I can't find it. So let me read exactly what it says.
Okay.
Pilates is a physical fitness system developed in the early 20th century by Joseph Pilates, after whom it was named. Pilates called his method contrology. It is practiced worldwide. Still have no idea what it is.
Yeah, Jordan, you're so smart.
We
learned
we learned new information. Mm-hmm. So boo poo hoo you for
boo poo hoo you.
Boo poo hoo
the art of controlled movements, which I don't know how that's different than yoga. It
that's
feels like white people trying to rip off yoga.
Okay, I that's kind of similar to what I said.
Yeah, it is kind of. Maybe I don't remember really.
We want to educate ourselves here, and you're not letting us learn.
You're calling me a yoga bigot?
In the words of a great philosopher, boo poo patoo poo poo hoo you. Reena Ezra.
Okay, I do kind of want to know how many I have.
Nah.
Well, you can't find out until we're done. We haven't even
triangle pose.
Yeah, count it.
Oh, really?
How do you know?
Wait, is that real?
Did you just say something that's not even close to being real? I think it's real.
Wow.
Wait.
You said you check and you didn't even check that one. I
have
don't know.
a PA to check.
I like to be.
No, check it.
I have an
no.
intern for this.
We don't get false data.
You are the PA.
Yeah.
Triangle shirtwaist fire. Correct. Sorry, I was looking it up on Google.
What did you just say?
Triangle shirtwaist fire.
If we're going by the yoga Bible, we gotta go by you can't just like in Scrabble.
Yeah, we found out there's a Scrabble Bible.
Dictionary. You can't just look stuff up on Merriam-Webster. Is there a specific yoga dictionary?
Yoga
You
Yoda.
can't just grab anything off of Google. We don't know if this is what the source is.
I did Google it. I am taking whatever Google says because Google is a profitable country and company.
Ooh, lunge pose.
Oh my gosh.
Is that one?
That feels fake.
No, it's
Yeah, look
not.
it up. I know lunging is a thing. I don't know if it's a yoga pose though.
No.
It might be a transition for all we know. Yo, there was one time, my height of doing yoga was, there was one day where my teacher was like, all right, guys, everyone, we're all going to do handstands against the wall.
Lunge pose, count it.
Yeah.
All right, this is really March Madness. Reena is proving that she is a #1 seed in the month of women.
Do you believe in miracles?
March, the Women's Month, and also the March Madness Month, where women are not put on TV as much as men. How fucked up is that? Let's fight that by not watching any March Madness whatsoever.
If you see men, close your eyes whenever you see a man. That's how you protest.
I refuse to look at men. I refuse to talk to men. I refuse to give my money to men. I refuse to even smell a man. I refuse to cook a man dinner. Reena, what's the point of having the microphone if you're gonna whisper off in your? We should have mic'd you on a lavalier. You're gonna do your yoga poses.
I talk to myself a lot. I'm gonna throw in the towel.
No.
Wow, you think there's more in me? So flattered. Yeah. Can I know how many I have and then?
You can know.
All right, 1, 2,
Do
3,
more?
4, 5, 6.
Wow, you weren't even counting them as
Everyone said
go?
that. Every single time I'm the scorekeeper, when I start counting out loud, everyone gets mad that I don't know the exact number. But I'm going to do it every time now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
I guess that's
13,
too hard
14,
to keep track of when
15,
you're
16,
high.
17, 18, 19.
Wow, I
Reena
didn't even make it to 20.
So, no,
What a
19.
disappointment.
19's good. 19's a good
Oh,
number.
it's not good
It's just
enough.
not 20. I mean, if you want a hint.
Let me think. Oh, you know I love hints. Am I getting hints?
You
No
almost,
hints. No, we're done.
No.
No, wait.
I won't give you a hint, but you don't have to give up right now. You have like one last stretch if you want to try to get one more.
One last
Chair
stretch.
pose.
Is that real?
Fair enough.
Is it real? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, with 20 yoga poses.
Wait, I'm not done. Baby pose?
Oh, you're.
Yep.
It's close. It's.
Fetus pose.
No.
What do you mean?
No,
It's not.
I'm pretty sure it's.
It's okay. Hold on. Wait. Let me think. It's nothing to do. Infant pose.
No.
No, nothing to do with babies.
It has something to do with babies specifically, yes.
Well, what do you mean? I said fetus.
Or baby-like things.
Baby.
Wait, am I right, Jeremy? Can you tell me?
Oh! When you're like curled up into a ball, like what's that called?
I think so. No. It's a state of being.
Huh?
A state of baby.
Like it's like this.
No, I don't think that's it. I think that's just a fetus.
What do you mean? Oh,
I would
child's pose.
Yeah.
Is this?
I would like to say to you guys, this was
Is that what
definitely
you're thinking of?
Yes.
This was definitely more relaxing than a yoga class, listening to this episode, and it also is cheaper than a yoga class.
True.
It's very expensive to go to yoga class, but you know what isn't expensive? To go listen to episodes of our podcast on iTunes or Spotify and taking a walk, just stretching out your legs by moving them one in front of each other.
Scorpion pose.
Got 'em!
What other snakes are there?
Yo, you passed Jose now.
Woo!
Congratulations.
Only if the PA says you do.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah, it's not final. Really, the PA is high status in our relationship with him or her or them, because they have the final say with everything.
Rattlesnake pose.
Is that real?
Are you just making that up?
No, look it up.
Oh my god!
I don't know. I think I am making that up. But also check Anaconda pose.
How about God in a snake pose?
Anaconda don't.
Anaconda don't.
No. Oh, I thought you guys were all gonna say
I was coming in for the. I was gonna ask them every other word.
Anaconda don't.
Don't.
No,
Oh.
rattlesnake
Oh.
pose yoga.
Don't want none unless you got
Boats
boats
on.
on.
All right. So, Reena, do you have anything to your loyal fans who came to watch this episode?
Watch or listen.
Listen. These free people. Who...
I always like to end it on a note of positivity. So keep doing what makes you feel good and keep being brilliant. Keep surrounding yourself with brilliant people so that, that energy bounces off onto you. You bounce off onto them and use the haters as fuel for your creativity. I don't know if I have haters. I probably have haters, right? But I don't know them.
How do you get haters?
I don't know. How do you get? We want haters. I don't know. Unless people are lying to my face, but over social media.
As I would expect. You're just a very opinionated
What does that
person.
mean?
You're a very polarizing
You
person.
seem like an hater kind of gal.
You're very polarizing and opinionated people, but I feel like people generally love Reena.
Well,
I don't know if that's because I'm dating you that everybody loves you.
I'm a Persian Jew, so I've been oppressed enough. So I think they're giving me a break. No, I don't. That's so sweet of you to say. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Why don't we give all of ourselves a little homework and get me some haters?
Yeah, let's find some haters. Multiple haters.
Wait, do you guys think you have haters?
I have people who hate me, I think.
I definitely have haters. Yeah, I definitely have haters.
Yeah, no, there are people who probably
Please don't come
hate
out of the
me.
woodworks. Thank you, haters, for staying out of my vision.
Yeah. I don't think I have herds of people who all hate me for the same reason, which I think is a good thing. I think I have some people who just don't like me.
I think we also just care about people's opinions who are good people to us. You know what I'm saying? Like our friends and family who we actually value their opinion. Because I really don't care about what other random like, I don't know, silly other, like fake ass people say about me. I definitely care about what people who are close to me say about me.
Yeah, haters are fakers for real.
Because I care about them. Okay, I'm good. I'm done. How many do I have?
Final count is coming at you.
Oh my
Guess
God.
we didn't number them still.
Why did you
1,
just add
2,
for the
3,
last
4,
one?
5, 6, 7. I don't remember. That started with 1.
Anyway,
2,
that's
3,
me
4,
signing
5,
off.
6,
Thanks,
7, 8,
y'all.
9,
Jordan.
10, 11, 12, 13,
Those
14,
brownies are
15,
wearing
16,
off.
18, 19,
Sean,
20,
we are now
22.
fatigued from your brownies. Definitely more of an indica, I think.
Rita got 22. Yeah, no, agree on the brownies for sure. They were good though. They were nice. They had a good wave.
22 is 2 of my favorite number. 2. Favorite number's 2. So then I get 22. You get double the luck.
Wow. So maybe after this, we'll take 22 shots, each of us.
Of water.
6 shots.
Of vaccinations.
Tired of Johnson & Johnson or Pfizer or Moderna. All right. Thank you guys.
I know.